Yeah, yeah. What's right, this world? It's your boy, it's only right. And yeah, we back for the 2-6. This is Right on History TV. I know it's been a minute, but we back with a dope show. We going to Brooklyn. We got the homie City the Great, special legs only and first artist. We're gonna talk about the new album, The Syllabus, the project just dropped last year. We're gonna talk about the title, the features, the energy, the feedback. We're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into it. Before we go any further, I want to first thank the Most High for giving us this moment in time to showcase our greatness. With that being said, this is a positive platform. All comments are welcomed. All feedback is welcome, but please keep it positive. All negativity, please keep it to yourself. You can deal with that on your own time. This here is a positive platform. Shout out to everybody just stepped up in the chat. Shout out to City in the building. Shout out Miss City the Great. We back. Share the video. I know it's been a long time. It's been a long time since Right to History TV has been on, but we back for the 2-6. We back and we fully loaded. You feel me? Share the video. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Keep all the positivity. Network, that's what we're here for. We in the building. We're going to get this thing started. I see City done requested to be in the live. We're going to jump right into it. We ain't even going to waste any time. Here we go.
Here we
What we
go.
doing?
Oh, I can't
What's
even
good,
see you.
great?
What's good, brother? I can't even see you. You can see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Can't see me. I can see you.
Nah. Yeah, it's all good. It does this sometimes.
Can, hold on. Can anybody else in the chat see me? Give me a thumbs up if anybody in the chat can see me. Cause I can see you clear as day.
Yeah.
I see, but you know how I look.
Word.
So, all right, if you all right, so they said I'm good, so we're gonna chop it up. All right, we're gonna get rest. I know it's been a while, so I might even sound a little bit rusty. It's been a little minute since we did Right Joint History TV. So
Yeah,
I
it's
had
all
to I had
good.
to, I had to figure. I started out on top of the year with City the Great. You know what I'm saying? Dropped the new album, The Syllabus, last year, December 23rd. We're gonna get into that. Shout
Yeah.
out to everybody in the chat room. Share the video, share the live. Like I said before, this is a positive platform. We welcome all feedback, all comments, but keep it positive. You know what I'm saying? Keep all the negativity to yourself. With that being said, it's your boy, it's only right. This is Right on History TV. Like I said before, we got the homie City the Great, Brooklyn Zone, special edge only, and first artist. Let me say that again, special edge only, and first artist. He's in the building, you know what I'm saying? Spreading Brooklyn love. Just dropped the album, The Syllabus, December 23rd. We're gonna talk about that. What before we get into that, how you doing, brother?
I'm blessed, brother. I have no complaints on life. I'm blessed. Greatly blessed,
I'm
brother.
loving the backdrop, man. I'm loving the
Oh,
backdrop.
thank you. Yeah,
I'm
shout out
loving
to Mississippi the Great. You know what I mean? She said we needed to make it look a little more spiffy. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
it's definitely looking right. It's definitely looking
yeah,
spiffy. But
yeah.
listen, let's get into it. Shout out to everybody in the building. The syllabus it dropped December 23rd, end of the year. Full length
hmm
project, about 18 tracks, about an hour and some change. Before I really ask you about the album, I want to give my feedback on the album. I heard it. I like my favorite thing about the album, like I told you before, is you don't even feel like it's over an hour. It's like you haven't heard an album with three verses, hooks, full songs, intros,
Yeah.
skits, and every song made you want to hear the next one. You know what I'm saying? Everything that was right, it was right in pocket, and like I said, you didn't even know it was over an hour. We haven't heard a project like over 16, 18 songs in a long time, and for it to be solid and concrete as far as bars, concepts, beats, production, everything was top tier. So salute to that. I
I
appreciate
appreciate you.
that because it was something good for the ears. It was like a orgasmic for the ears. You know what I'm saying? Hearing
Yeah.
quality music. You know, but so yeah, the syllabus. What creating that project? What was your mindset? Where would like you named it the syllabus for a reason. What was your mindset and your purpose during the creating of this album?
Um, well, I started creating it right before Hip Hop 50th. That's when
Hmm.
the journey kind of started. And my goal was, it was about lyricism. You know what I'm saying? It was the fact that felt like people stepped away from lyricism, was doing a lot of, microwave music, stuff with no substance, stuff that didn't connect with people. And I kind of just wanted to go into a lane of, you know, letting people see that lyricism can exist in any format when it comes to songmaking, as well as I wanted to pay homage to the culture. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And tell my journey. You know what I'm saying? It also walked through my journey as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, like songs like Broken Crown. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
you got some crazy like I said
oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. It broke up a little bit.
you got some crazy concepts on the album. If you can, I'm good now. You can hear me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You good now?
The devil be working hard. They don't want this greatness to get out there.
Yeah, they can't stop us though.
But yeah, you got a lot of conceptual songs, like you said, Broken Crown. What's that other joint with you and Rakim's son? What's homie name? And
Oh, with Mel and Kid Vicious,
Tom
that's
Mel.
the Ring.
Right, the
Ring.
ring.
Yeah.
Like talk about the features and what and how you go about picking features for certain songs for a project like this. 'Cause like you said, it's about lyricism and bars, so you were very selective on who you put on the album and which songs you put them on.
Yeah, well, even in talking about the song Ring, right? I looked at it like, well, you got me, student of special ed, Cool Rock Ski, you know what I'm saying? You got Kid Vicious, who's the brother of Royce the 5'9", one of the greatest MCs, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And then you got Tamel, which is the son of Rakim, you know what I mean, the God MC. So, you know what I mean? I thought that us coming together on one record would be a statement, you know what I'm saying? A statement for the culture. When I kind of go into picking features, especially for a joint like this, you know what I mean? It all depends on how the record speaks to me.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Some records, they may need a feature, they may not. But sometimes it's the record and I'll listen to it and I'll think like I could hear someone else on it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'll usually go and seek that person out. Like Never Understand It with Fast Classic. You know what I mean? I've
Another dope record.
been listening to the brother, go crazy on music for a little while.
Hmm.
And when I got that record, I thought about, I was like, yo, he'd be perfect for this. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, sonically, like thinking about the styles and how they would merge and what that could create.
Yeah. Well, it was well put together. I want to also talk about that skit with
Which
the
one?
homie with the homie from Yonkers. You said with the homie
Oh,
son.
and Millie.
Yeah, shout out to Aunt Millie. That skit, and
Yeah,
I
shout
want to
out to
talk
Aunt
about
Millie.
that skit because that skit brought me back to like that like I said before that Jay Jerko that
Jay
Jerko you
Jerkums.
record yeah Jay Jerko you records and that
Yeah,
that that skit was so it had that real like again the album had that real nostalgic hip hop feel and that skit
yeah,
had me bugging. I heard that skit like 3 times. The crazy thing about this skit, homie was going in. He was
yeah,
black.
yeah, yeah.
He was blacking on the skit.
Yeah, what's crazy about it was I was just chilling one day and he sent me that. He sent me that. He was just like, yo, you know what I mean? I appreciate you. You know, you be putting on for the culture, you putting on for us. You know what I mean? This is for you. And
Mhm.
when I heard it, I wasn't even thinking about a skit, but when I heard it, I was like, yo, this would be crazy skit. So I hit him back. I told him like, yo, bro, look, what you think about me putting this on my album? You know what I'm saying? It's a skit. You know what I'm saying? And as an alley oop, you know what I mean? So it was a go, you know what I mean? And I just thought of all of that in between because that was the thing that came to mind. I thought about that. You know what I'm saying?
The,
I did
the
think
fact that
about that.
he sent that to you prior, and it wasn't put together because the whole voice, the way he rapping fast, kind of like he about to stop, but he keep going like, yo, I'm about to get on
Yeah.
to this. That was mad ill. That was ill right there.
Hmm.
Again, when you because again you talk about the culture a lot,
Yeah.
and when you put an album like this together, um, what do you want to what do you want to represent as far as the culture when you put an album like this together? Because again, any a lot of people don't know the difference between an album, a mixtape, and you just putting out songs. A lot of people could
Yeah.
just put out music, but creating an album is a process, is a feeling, it's a whole energy type thing. You know what I mean? So when you put this together and sat back and saw your piece of work like an artist, like, all right,
Hmm.
represent the culture in what way? Like, what was your to yourself? What was your like? All right, this gonna do this. This gonna impact the culture this way.
Yeah. Um, Number one was paying homage. You know what I'm saying? That was my main thing because, you know, there's a separation between the generations for some odd reason.
Hmm.
And it's like a manufactured thing. That's not something that the culture decided. But I definitely want to pay homage to the Coke Rocks, to the Lucky Blings, you know what I mean? To even with DMC, the DMC thing was more of DMC's idea, you know what I mean? As far as me obtaining the feature, you
Yeah,
know what I
war
mean?
crime. For
So
those
it
who
was
don't know,
definitely
that's
perfect.
war crime. I ain't mean to cut you up, but that war crime crazy too. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and there's certain elements that's been taken out of the music to make this microwave music. You know what I'm saying? Like a body of work should tell a story, should have a meaning, right? And the syllabus is basically, aside from it being like a master class in rapping, it's just a master class in the culture.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So when I sat back and I listened to it from start to end, you know what I mean? Because I'm real critical with my work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I like to study it to see, to look for all the flaws and everything. But I was satisfied in the fact that I told the story, you know what I'm saying, from having Ed, introduce it
hmm,
to setting it off with the first intro record, just taking people through New York, you know what I'm
hmm,
saying, into the skit with, of course, Coke Rock and Lucky Bling, you know what I mean, the Father
yeah,
MC, you know what I mean, the Father of Graffiti, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, and then leading into War Cry, we know what Run DMC meant to us, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying,
hmm,
and then kind of just like as it progressed, transitioning to like a more modern, the more modern thing, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
But
I
not
think,
losing sight of the substance.
yeah, I think that's why that's why the fan base you have gravitate to you, the type of fan base, because they're all cultural based as far as hip hop, and they're rooted
Yeah,
in hip hop because of the respect you have for the people that came before you, and the groundwork you're laying for not only artists like yourself, but those coming behind you. You're not all
yeah,
about I'm just trying to make a hit record. I wanna teach you the process. I'm gonna teach you how to make this record. I'm gonna show you the process. And shout out to Ed, because and I want to say this because I remember
hmm,
early on, when the whole thing with Ed started. If you don't know, me and City go back a long time. For those that don't know, but when the
yeah,
first thing with Ed started, we didn't, not understanding how the politics work and and the process of actually getting to this point,
yeah,
and understanding the music and sonically and production. It used to be times you'd be like, "Yo, come on, man! Like, yo, what's up, man? We here? What's going on?" And I used to be upset, and not upset like, oh, but like, yo, come on, man, like, yo, it's been this time you doing this. When it's time, not knowing he was prepping you for this moment, prepping you and
yeah,
taking you to the other side, and showing you like, nah, yeah, I can't just throw you out there to the wolves. I can do that. That's nothing. But then what?
yeah,
Then what? Then it's over.
hmm,
I'm gonna teach you this. I'm gonna give you the game, and I'm gonna watch you build up, become who you are, and be self sufficient in turn with Certified Nation, which is your own
yeah,
company. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for prepping you and just not throwing you to the wolves, and being able to, and also you being able to soak the game up and spit it back and also teach others. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's a real staple to who you are as an artist and a person. So shout out to Ed and shout out to you. So I just want to
Yeah.
give that out because you again you are the MC. When I say that, you have the culture. You give back to the culture. You understand who came before you. You understand bars. You understand the point of how to put together a project and just not
Yeah.
put it out because you think it's something you should do it because it's trending.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm
And,
saying?
and
Yeah,
everything about this project was purposeful, like even down to the release date. You know, what I mean, that was my, that was my mother's birthday.
question about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, um, releasing it on her birthday was just like a tribute because it's like she didn't get to see this portion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't get to see this portion of the journey of what I grew to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In this whole thing. But definitely, Ed definitely taught me a lot because I was just go go go. You know what I mean? And having someone, yeah, and having some in the beginning, having someone walk me through everything. You know what I mean? He was showing up to everything with me and stuff like that. And we also got to give a shout out to Buck 3000. He doesn't get mentioned
Yeah.
enough too.
Yes. Shout out to
You know what
Buck.
I mean? Because Buck 3000 was also an educator in this, like on the more business aspect of it. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
when you understand business and you understand what's really going on and you understand how to maneuver through the playing field, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You're absolutely wrong. I want to take a moment. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Mark Payne, Ruby LeBron, Nails the Beats. Everybody showing love in the chat. The way I be, Cool Kim, every Babs for love. Shout out to everybody in the chat showing love. That's what's up. I want to ask about that too. Shout you and Mark Payne, because I've been following Mark Payne. He's real cultural based too. He's real about
Yeah.
you know, putting the culture out there. So how did that
hmm
come about? How did the collab Broken Crown come about? And what was the concept, the basis on that song, Broken Crown?
What broken? Well, that wasn't Mark
Oh,
Payne
that
with
wasn't
Broken
Mark Payne.
Crown. Nah, that was Chris Envy
That was Chris
and
Envy. Yeah.
Anno Domini. Yeah. But as far as with Mark Payne, once again, it was a mutual party that introduced us. Devontae Riley, who is Teddy Riley's nephew, he introduced me and Mark Payne, and me and Mark Payne began to speak, and he's a pioneer. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend in this culture. So he observed, what I'm saying, how I was, and at the same time I was observing how he was moving, and we got on phone calls, we spoke. Then he presented me with the opportunity to do a record. And then it was just like from there we just kept working. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We got more to come. We got more to come. You know what I mean?
What's up?
Um
Shout out to Mark
yeah,
Payne.
you know what I'm saying? It's always an honor when like people who have reached these certain pinnacles in the game,
Hmm.
reach out and want to work. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's how we linked up. I'm also, me and Nels got something coming.
Yeah, that
You
was
know what
my
I
next.
mean?
I was thinking about that was my next thing. What the beats and bars and what's that about and how did that come about? How did you and Nails link up?
Well, it was funny because Nels liked one of my freestyle, well, a few of my freestyles, but I believe it was either the Sway or the We Can Work one.
Yeah.
And he followed me, always showed support and everything. Then one day he just hit me out of nowhere and he was like, "Yo, what's your email?" You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I sent him my email. He sent me a track. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, let me do its justice. That's how we got whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, we got whatever you want. And then from there, we kept talking and he put up a snippet of it. We got a good response from the people. It was like, yo, let's keep working. You know what I mean? And then from there, we built relationship and rapport and brotherhood from there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He allowed me to play a part in the beats and bars, which is something that I highly recommend to the artists.
Yeah.
One of the Alien Gang brothers, Jason C, got a chance to audition in California and got to, feel the love and the energy there.
Mm.
But it's a contest and a television show. You know what I mean? Whereas though
Mm.
artists and producers, you audition. You know what I mean? And if you pass audition, well, the judges, first of all, you got Eric Sermon, Mike Zombie,
Mm.
Rod Digger, Crooked Eye, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got cultural lyricists that are the judges, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from there, if you advance, then the best duo that's put together, the best album wins. You got a chance to bring home 250K, you know what I mean?
Mm. So
And a project.
is it just like 16 bars, or you spit a song, or
What for the auditions?
what auditions? Yeah.
Well, you got to submit first. So you go to
Okay.
Beats and Bars, yeah, beatsandbars.com. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
also in my bio for anybody who want to check it out.
All right, yeah. Link up
Um,
with Cindy Gray if you want to be a part of that Beats and Bars. Check the link in the bio.
yeah, definitely submit now because they on the 10 city tour to see, who makes it.
So get
Yep.
with him. And now again, let's talk about that. You just mentioned relationships. Talk about how important it is in this business to build relationships more than it is as far as the music. Because sometimes people, get confused that it's just all about music, 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 and they burn a
Yeah.
lot of bridges, and they don't understand that building relationships can make or break you in this type of business. So talk about how important it is in building relationships.
Well, relationships is what makes and breaks your career. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because your relationships is what allows you to get on radio or get opportunities or work with producers or anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're running around being a jerk, you know what I'm saying, then obviously people aren't going to want to work with you. And then word spreads fast. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The industry is big but small at the same time, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So there's a thing called synergy marketing, you know what I mean, which is based off of relationships. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, you have, aside from you being an artist yourself, you know what I mean, you have Write Your Own History brand, right? And due to our relationship, if I'm on, I don't know, let's say I'm on Sway in the morning, you know what I'm saying? I wear your outfit and shout it out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because of the
Yeah.
relationship, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Now, I ask you that not because you don't know it, but because those that might see this later on, for them to
Yeah.
understand how important it is to do these things. Because like you said earlier, it's a microwave age, and social media
Hmm.
has people thinking that you just everything is you post something, or I'm gonna put a song on iTunes or Spotify, and just like that is I'm out of here. So I just want those to
Oh, yeah.
understand that the process.
Yeah,
It's a
it is a
process.
process. Like there is no like just throw it out there and it just happens. You know what I'm saying? You have to build something. Everybody has a team, everybody has a plan. You know what I mean? It's a lot of marketing that goes behind that, but you gotta have a plan. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have a team. Nobody does it themselves. You know what I
Nobody.
mean?
And you gotta be
Yeah,
consistent. And you gotta
yeah,
believe in
consistent.
yourself. Again, like you came a long way, City man. Like
Yeah,
it consistency is like I've man. And I'm pausing because I've watched you go through a whole lot.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And for those that know this journey, whether you know City or you're on your own journey, y'all, you know, and you still going, and you know, because a lot of people might see from the outside like, oh, yo, he this, he that, and oh, yo, he this, he might be lit, and knowing like, yo, bro, I gotta, this is the action, I gotta work harder now.
yeah, yeah,
I gotta. All right, that was that. Now I gotta continue to elevate myself and elevate the culture and really be what I said I was gonna be. So I
yeah,
wanted to, shout out to you again because boy, it was boy, you
yeah,
did
yeah.
good.
It's been a journey. But
It's
the journey, like I love the journey, like because when you're taking your time, it's so much, it's so much in that. You know what I'm saying? It's so
yeah,
much in that. Like there's points where sometimes I look back at things and I'm like, man, I remember this or I remember that first feel. Like even shows. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I remember we did I forgot what it was, some festival that we were stopping by because we already had a show and we was watching
Yeah,
a lot of new artists come in
yeah,
and they're excited and jumping around. And you know what I'm saying? It's like you miss that early on feeling.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? but you appreciate it because everything you go through, it just prepares you for the next step. So
Yeah.
if you skip steps, you know what I mean, you're gonna fumble at some point.
Uh-huh.
But
And it's gonna show. And it's gonna show. It's gonna show when you skip
yeah,
steps. And eventually these things come to head. Oh, shout out to Radio Fahim in the chat. Shout out to Radio
oh
Fahim. He did a
yeah,
dope. He did a dope review on the Syllabus album. Go check that out. If you ain't see that, go check out Radio Fahim. Did a
yeah,
dope song for song. Did his own breakdown and everything. So shout out to him. Shout out to Armani Rain in the building. Shout out to everybody in the
yes
chat.
sir.
For real.
Oh
Alien
man,
Gang. Matter of fact, let's
alien
talk about
gang.
the Alien because I see you got something going on, every Friday called the Bar Fest with the Alien Gang, with some members of the
Hmm.
Alien Gang. Talk about that, break that down, how did that come about, what is it about, talk about it.
Yeah, well, and we'll be returning to that soon. You know, we took the break for the holiday season and everything, but so the bar fest, you know, the idea was to give artists opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because people get on here and online and they rap and they just want to get noticed. They just want to get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people take advantage of that. Times they
Mm-hmm.
have them in the room full of bots, or or they have them, hey, pay this amount and skip the line or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, I reach out to brothers like Mark Payne. You know what I'm saying? Which under other circumstances, a lot of other circumstances, it would be. I'm not going to say impossible, but it'd be very difficult for a random artist to get a
Yeah.
chance to work with him. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh, Pop from the barbershop pulled through the hip hop museum. You know what I'm saying? It's just shedding
Yeah.
light on these talents. You know what I'm saying? So it's a point of letting people come up, and we're not asking for no money. You know what I'm saying? And nothing. You come
Mm-hmm.
up, spit your bars, and you never know who's in the room. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That person that might be in the room might have the ability to help you in your career or to advance. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Do something else or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that was the purpose of the Bar Fest. It's not just for people to come up here and just rap for no reason. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
The platform for them to network and build. And they're giving out critique to people. So if you're not ready to get critiqued about your craft, do not pull up talking
Oh
crazy in
yeah.
the chat.
Hmm.
Because if they pull you up there and you talking budaga daga, oh boy. you
Yeah,
might
yeah.
you might get cut
Yeah.
off,
Be
but
confident. Yeah, don't be confident. Don't be too, conceited and then come up because your friends say you're dope. You know what I'm saying? The world can have a different view. You know what I mean?
yeah, because
Um,
it's a
but
good
yeah,
platform. It's a good way
yeah,
for
yeah.
artists. Go ahead.
Me and the brothers, we got some work coming, you know what I'm saying? The whole gang, you know what I mean? The whole gang got some work coming. We got a council project that's that's underway as well, you know what I'm saying? You got a taste of what it sounds like for me, Armani Rain, and Kid Vicious to be on the record together with Moment of Silence,
I'm gonna
you know what I'm
silence it.
saying?
Shout out to the Alien
Yeah,
Gang, man. Boy, them boys is boy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we just getting started too. We just getting started.
I know I got some things cooking up. I know I got some things cooking up over there,
Hmm.
man. Talk.
Yeah.
Let's. Now, what? Because for those who don't know, Alien Gang is a bunch of different. It's like a whole. It's like a different type of Wu Tang over there. It's like everybody is their own individual artists, and they all fire in their own way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, yeah, like when you, 'cause I know y'all all competitors. You know what I'm saying? So I know when you
Yeah.
talk about this when y'all get together, it's like we doing this track. So how does that conversation go? Where I go, who's trying to finish the verse first? Like yo, all right, y'all gotta have to deal with this.
It it always depends. You know what I'm saying? It always depends. You know what I mean? At sometimes, like for instance, someone might have a concept, like let's say Vicious has a concept and he puts together a record and we just send it to the group, like, yo, who want in on this or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, everybody who's feeling that record dives in and busts out a verse. You know what I'm saying? Or, when it comes to us doing songs, what I mean, we'll decide who, someone might set it off or send a beat, and then someone might have a hook. Yo, I got a hook for that in the concept, and then we create that way. But one thing I could say is, once again, still sharpens steel, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Rapping with these type of brothers that are their pen level is up here. You know what I'm saying? So it keeps me on my toes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that means that's saying so. Like it keeps me on my toes because we don't go in there trying to kill each other. We don't do that, but we go in there to it's like a fight for survival. You know what I'm saying? Like yo.
And I know, he gonna be on his A game, so I gotta be on my A game.
Yeah, it's like I know I can't play. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like, but as far as turnaround time, everybody's turnaround time is pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Rap God is crazy with the hooks. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
Rap God. Rap God definitely crazy with the hook. Shout to Rap God.
Rap God. Armani Reigns, he's just that's just a whole nother conversation. That's a different type of level right there.
Yeah, Armani Reigns.
You know what I mean?
Armani, you different, man. You different.
Yeah.
You're definitely different. Vicious different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vicious out of this world. Vicious out of this world. Jason C is very musically inclined as well. Jess Suede is a freaking lyrical surgeon.
The team.
Well, the artist consists of it's 7. It's only 7. You know what I'm saying, as far as the artist, and that would be myself, Kid Vicious, Rap God Zan, Armani Rain, Jet Suede, Jason C.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But there is the community, you know what I'm saying? There's the community and affiliates. You got affiliates like the 100 Kufis and G7 Chills. And, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of warriors, you know what I'm saying? We can go down the list about, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Kuraski in the chat. Yeah, Rap God, we know you rap. We know you rap too. Rap God don't just do hooks. We know you rap. When you dabble a little song.
Yeah. Yeah, Rap God is definitely he's definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? I haven't in my career passed through anybody from the Florida area that raps at that level. You know what I mean? And, that's no offense to anyone out there. It's just that from, just giving my point on him. And that's not because that's the bro or nothing. Everybody know I'm a very unbiased person. You know what I mean?
Check them out yourself. You ain't got to take our
word. Yeah, you can check for yourself. You know what I mean?
He in the chat. Rap God. X554. You know what I'm saying? Bro was in the building. You did.
Yeah.
So check it. What kind of feedback have you gotten on the album? It hasn't even been a month yet. You dropped the album.
I know.
It hasn't been a month yet. Talk about the feedback. Talk about has it been what you expected? Has it been more? Talk about is there anything you thought you could improve on the album? Because we sometimes we are our biggest critics sometimes as artists.
Yeah. Well, the feedback has been more than expected. You know what I'm saying? It's like that when you giving your art to the world. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, realistic to know that we're always critical of our work. You know what I'm saying? How the world is going to receive it. But the feedback, man, and the love, like I said, the first shit we dropped within the first, I want to say like the first 12 hours, on Spotify alone, we was at 33K. You know what I'm saying? We had people been showing love with the sales, you know what I'm saying? Buying CDs or buying the MP3, you know what I mean? Traffic at the website has been incredible. So the way it's been received has been loved. Like the stories I've been tagged in, and people driving their cars or in the gym and playing it, and just people letting me know what was their favorite records. You know what I'm saying? Like the response has been wonderful. Even like down the Radio Fahim, I had no clue he was doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just got tagged in a clip one day, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And I went and watched it. I was like, wow, and I appreciated something, especially something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I promoted it so much, because I was like, yo, for someone to take their time out, you know what I'm saying, and sit with it and break it down and you know, give that feedback what it meant to them, you know what I'm saying? That meant a lot. So the love has been great, and it's been motivational because once again we just getting started. I haven't even, you know, this is pretty much the start of the press run, you know what I'm saying? Like I dropped it during the time when the industry is closed, you know, everything's shut down. You know what I mean?
You did that. And you did those type of numbers.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
didn't really
yeah.
think about it. It wasn't really no real crazy press run.
Nah, not yet. Like we just getting
Yeah.
started.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying?
it's about to get crazy.
Yeah, which is like I said, it's a beautiful thing because this is for, you know, this isn't just for me, you know what I mean? This is for us all, for the culture, you know what I'm saying? I did this, you know what I mean, with that vision, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, you know, people can relate, you know what I mean, get back to the music that speaks to you, you know what
yeah,
I mean, versus just hearing some cool, fun jingles like that. There's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
we do need some balance. We need some substance. We need to talk about something, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Word up.
100%. Now, is that why you built a certified nation? Is that, because the people, is that labels, the companies, they'll break that down because in case people get
Yeah,
confused,
yeah, because I get
a label or was it a company? Is it what is it? And what's the purpose of certified nation as a whole?
Certified Nation Entertainment is exactly that's an entertainment company, and we provide services for the artists that can help to advance the artist's career. You know what I'm saying? To give some direction. It's not a label. You know what I mean? And I get it. Everyone saw, you know, the special ed on Drink Champs, and he said it was a label, but it's an entertainment company. You know what I'm saying? I don't work at a label's capacity, but the idea is to not only provide the artist with service, but also the education. You know what I'm saying? Because the information is everything. If you don't have the information, there's not too much you can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's not here to break pockets and everything else. Like people are charging hundreds of thousands of, you know what I'm saying? We work with all budgets. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We work with all budgets. Very workable. So, you know, whether it's mixing and mastering, consultations, you know what I mean?
yeah. So it's
But
really all about
that's what Certified Nation is here for.
creating a platform be able to give back and uplift those coming behind
Yeah,
you and those that don't know.
yeah, and we have partnerships. You know what I mean? Like the Young Informed is not underneath Certified Nation, but we've formed a partnership. You know what I'm saying? And I'd advise everyone to check out the Young Informed. That's, you know,
That's
two
pretty
young
good.
brothers.
Dope
Yes,
kids.
two young brothers that are educating the youth and adults, just informing them on, you know, how to handle situations in life, educating them on how to diffuse situations before becomes violent. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, go check them out. Two very well educated young men. I
yeah,
had them on my show
yep,
years ago. Very, very well. Shout out to their pops Tack. Shout out to Tack too. He's dope.
yeah. Shout out to Unlock the Bar.
Unlock the bars. Yeah, when we just check a console with Mark Payne said, "You're right, Mark Payne. Ain't nothing move without being educated. Nothing
Hmm.
gonna go, nothing to move further or far without being educated." Um,
Yeah.
I got a question. As far as songs on the album,
Hmm.
what's your favorite song, and what's the feedback of the favorite song you've been getting back, and did you expect it as far as the reception from the people, as far as what their favorite song is compared to what your favorite song is?
Um. Yeah, my favorite song is gonna be Broken Crown. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Um. Every song has a purpose and has a meaning. Nothing just a random whatever. Like I just walked in here and did whatever. Every song was intentional. But Broken Crown was a choice. It was a point where, you know, I got to go into it was more therapeutic for me. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Anything, because I got to talk about like things I've been through, you know, those things that haunt you, the things that, you know, you still seek healing from. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, I got to speak on all of that. I got to speak on things I seen all summed up in one. So I put my heart into that record. So, and the feedback was wonderful. And shout out to Chris Envy for bringing the record even more to life with his vocals
Shout out to him.
and everything he did on it, even down to the hook. You know what I'm saying? He was able to connect with where I was going. You know what I mean? There's a vulnerable moment, you know what I'm saying? So that's always, I think that's my favorite record, you know what I mean? That's my favorite record.
That's dope. So I like what you said, being giving up that vulnerable moment, because we don't see that with a lot of artists, especially the young ones. They don't have a lot of vulnerable moments because I guess nowadays, being a man and showing vulnerability is quote unquote soft, or it's emotional. Talk about
Yeah.
for a bit, how important is that? Is being an artist, being able to is to open up and let people in a little bit.
Yeah, because people buy into you.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when you're handing out your music to someone, you ask somebody to listen to your music, first thing they're wondering is like, why am I listening to this? You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes you got to be personable. You know what I mean? Let them in if you got a story to tell. You know what I mean?
It's a good point. I say that because, like I said earlier, it's not you don't get that a lot anymore. Everything is
Yeah,
so egotistical and prideful. Everyone's afraid to tap into that vulnerability or to that dark place.
yeah.
Which, go ahead.
People are scared to be them. That's what it is.
Yeah.
People don't like to be them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest part. And that's why a lot of the music has been kind of in a weird place because
Hmm.
you're getting the copycat of what someone thinks sound good, you know what I mean, versus before the originality of this is
Yeah.
this one person's concept and ideas and they're just bringing it to life in front of you and just having a good time with it. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Um, I just like how on this on this project you were able to convey a message and convey getting your point across. Like you said, every song was intentional. When you were
Yeah.
when you were doing the lineup, what did you have the listeners kind of emotions in your mind? Like, all right, you want the listener to go to after these first 5, 6 songs. I want them to be like, all right, they in this mode. So seven gonna bring them to like, oh, all right. Do you
Yeah.
do that? I'm putting together a song list. Shout out to Jackson YC. Shout out to my man Cartier Queen. Shout out to everybody pulling up to the chat. I see a lot of chat. I
Yeah.
see a lot of chat in the chat. A lot going on in the chat. Shout out to everybody pulling up. We got
Yeah,
City
definitely.
live and direct.
Um, so the start of the album was very intentional. Like I knew what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? As far as how I wanted to set up the syllabus, which is the intro, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
The intro was very important. You know what I mean? I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. You know what I mean? So which was um like take them to a walk through New York, the real New York, not the, manufactured image that they're creating now. Like, you know what I mean? Now when you look up New York stuff, it's like drill beats and
Yeah.
down south beats and it's just weird.
It
But
ain't
you
that
know what I
chrome
mean?
head hood and 6-inch Timbs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I wanted to take them through a walk through the neighborhood, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um yeah, so like the first few records now, um in lining up an album, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, as the artist you can have a vision, but sometimes you gotta step back and have, you know, like I had, like I said, shout out to the brothers, shout out to the gang, you know what I mean, was able to kind of play a part in that, you know what I mean? As far as me understanding the story and just helping me to kind of put the pieces together, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? At a certain point, because there was points where it's like, I think this would be better here or this here, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So having the brothers that can, give their opinions and then you could think about it like, okay, yeah, let's move this one here and move that one there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
because I knew I wanted Broken Crown to be later on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted it to be later on because then that led into everything else. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It was me letting everything out, like, you know what I mean? Letting all the emotion out, everything I've been through and everything else. And then when you get to something like Escalation, you know, featuring yourself and Rap God, you know what I mean? It's like a victory lap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like, yo, we made it. Like we here, like been through it. You know what I'm saying? Down the talk, ending it off with Talking Soul. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You got to speak my piece about certain things. You know what I mean?
That's hell right there. That is that's dope. As you was talking, I kept all I heard because I love the first song. Like I love that
Yeah.
intro. That intro. That's the reason I say the Conehead hoodie and Tim's because I'm like, yo, that intro make you want to go outside, be in front of the deli. Like, yeah, we outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Yo, a
ill.
lot of people told me that too. A lot of
Yo,
people
man.
like was hitting me while they was listening to it, like, or hit me on some was on their second or third listen. They was like, yo, that intro, like the syllabus itself, it's
Yo.
like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because, like I said, when I did that song, it was intended as the intro. When I did Talking Soul, it was intended. Well, put it like this: Talking Soul was intended to be towards the end of the album.
Yeah.
It was initially there was another song similar that was the ending song,
Yeah.
which got cut. You know what I mean? Which there's records that did get cut from the
Yeah.
album. You know what I mean? Um, and those records, we'll see those on another note. You know what I mean? But it was intended for that. You know what I'm saying?
It got the beat, everything. It just got that New York gritty. Like I said, Conehead, Tim's loose. We got baggy
Yeah.
jeans on, and we just 30 deep on the corner for no reason at all.
For no reason at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the first set to set up, like, yeah, we back in New York where they get
Yo,
their thumbs cut so nobody can talk. You know what I mean?
crazy. But
Yeah.
I also think what's dope about the project is like you said, having your team and your family chime in, which also shows maturity, as an
Yeah.
artist, of being able to step back, like, okay, and not be selfish. I step out of yourself, like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And sometimes we might not,
Yeah.
we might not like whatever the 2 cents might be, but it makes sense. So
Hmm.
that's also going back to the key is having a team and having people around you, the right people around you, not just a bunch of people that's saying yes, and just because they think you the guy that's gonna get us out and making sure
Yeah.
it's solid. So that's dope. Again, shout out to Alien Gang and for everybody that was a part of that project.
Yeah. Everybody has a part. Shout out to James Taylor. I had to bring back some
Shout out to
vintage
Chains, yeah.
certified, you know what I mean?
Oh, yo,
Certified hitters on there. Our
pardon me,
legend,
pardon me, because that record, yeah, Chains went
Tony.
crazy.
Yeah.
Chains went crazy. Tony, yeah, Chains went crazy. Chains went
And for
crazy.
those who don't know, Tony is the heads of New York. You know what I mean? So that's why you had, three different boroughs on there. You had the
Yeah, Bronx,
Bronx,
Queens,
Queens, and Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Or you got three different outlooks. You know what I mean? Yeah, James came through and did what I expected James to do. You know what I mean?
He definitely,
Yeah,
he
he
definitely
made
got
it
put
difficult
that
for everyone.
Bronx. He put that real old Bronx flow on it. He definitely embodied that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that. Also Chalice from Brave Hearts. I got to give a shout out to Chalice. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying, for that really rare joint. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
really real hard too. See, you got so
yeah,
much.
yeah,
You got one of those different field joints. You go by like, yo, I'm in this mode. Let me go on throwing number 8, man. I'm gonna get to some. Gotta get to this real fast. You got.
yeah,
I ain't heard one of those in a long time.
yeah. That's
It's
what I wanted to do is create moments, create situations. You know what I mean? Because a lot of music where we remember it from a situation or in a moment or the vibe just makes you brings you to something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Question: what do you think is the hardest beat on the album?
The hardest beat?
What you think? And for those in the chat, if you heard the album, I want to see what you think. What y'all think is the hardest beat on the album? What song was
Whew,
what you think? Yeah, that's a yeah. Yeah.
the hardest beat?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's a few of those on there. There's a few of
Um,
those on there.
I,
Yeah.
if I had to say the hardest beat, I'm gonna go with the syllabus. I feel
Mm.
like between the syllabus, see that's a tough one because New York Sound like is one of them crazy beats.
And you got shit.
You know,
I'm
War
so that's
Cry,
what I
yeah,
said.
War Cry
Warcraft.
is crazy. Yeah, War Cry beat is
What's
crazy.
that? Colossus? Colossus is
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh fuck
goodness.
yeah. Colossus. Shout out to MCTNT. For those who don't know who that is, MCTNT.
My friend said Colossus, man. I think taking it by your side. That Colossus crazy.
Yeah. He made that MCTNT made that specifically for me. I got to meet him when we were doing the Flowery Fest with the second generation of Wu Tang,
Oh,
and Coke LaRock and Lucky Bling came out to see me perform. You know what I mean? And they brought MCTNT with them, and he was like, "Yo, after
just
you
go
heard me
give him a
perform, he's
check.
like, yo, I'm gonna make you something." You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
did. He sent that. That was crazy. Well,
Yeah,
I
when he
remember.
said that to me, it blew my mind. I recorded it that day, that
I go.
same day I got it.
Going off, look at me like, nah, he ain't do that. No difference. No, but going with him like, nah, he, because you wouldn't expect that. It was just so unexpected. Like, oh, he did that. That's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, well, I see War Cry. Don't sleep on 101. Don't
Oh
sleep
yeah,
on
one on one was one.
101.
Same person. Shout out to Created by DNA. That's the same person who did New York Sound Like. He did a lot of the joints on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Created by DNA. You know what
As
I
people
mean?
think, as you think, it's like, huh, hold on. Yeah, you got something. You got some. But that intro, War Cry, crazy
Yeah.
too. Though. I mean, do you think about War Cry?
War Cry is bananas. You know what I
War
mean?
Cry,
So it's like,
crazy.
yes, it's a difficult because I expected. Listen, when I did the intro, there was only one person who had the beat that I knew was going to be for it, and that's shout out to Matt, my man UW from New York Bangers. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Uh, that's what he creates. He just create anthems like Scarlips. This is New York.
yeah.
Um, freaking what's her name? Young and May. Ooh.
Oh,
Um, Casanova two times. Don't run. You know what I'm
run.
saying?
Yeah.
Um, like. So that's all he creates. So I knew, like, if I wanted to set it off with the New York vibe and it just be banging. But
Yeah.
yeah, though, that's a hard question, man. Yeah, like I said, like all these that's getting named are hard beats, bro. Some hard ass beats. I
Yeah,
can't front.
man. You got some joints on there, man. You got some joints. What you think was the easiest one to write to, or come up with a concept with? Like when
New
you
York
heard,
sound like
okay,
New York sound like I created that in one on one together. But New
okay,
York Sound Like was the first initial one because that one came from a place, you know what I mean? That came from a place like, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What is New York doing right now? You know what I'm saying? It's just not what New York is doing, but what the machine is allowing to view us as. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because once again, when the radio stops catering to its local and catering to something else, it kind of changes the landscape and the sound. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So I was just tired of it. Then you had, like Flex talking about the king of New York is Takashi 6ix9ine, and I was just like, all right, man, we gotta,
Word.
you know what I'm saying? So New York Sound Like was like one of it was the easiest to write, but it was also one that almost got scrapped because I didn't like it was something about it that was off when I first did it. And
Yeah,
shout out to Bishop Burns because once again, Bishop Burns, um, hadn't it been for him, that record would have been out of here because I was like, it's something not right. And he was just like, yo, it's the hook. It's just, do something different with the hook. You know what I mean? It's a little something you got to change with it. And I sat with it and I was able to get it. I was like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do. And I flipped the hook, and then it was from there. Ed, you know, me and Ed spoke with DJ Epps. DJ Epps took it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? He was playing it on Rock the Bells, LL shared it. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of motion with that record. Then the video. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to DJ Epps, definitely.
Shout out to Hash Got Balls in the chat. What up, Hash?
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Hash Got Balls in the building.
Hash Got Bars did For Your Thoughts. That's another hard beat.
Another one. See, you got some Hash. What's good? We talking about the hardest beats on the album right now. Yeah, you up there, boy. You got. I told you, you got some banging on there. You got some. Even I'm not gonna be biased, but Escalation crazy too. Escalation crazy. When you said the victory, I was like, oh, boy, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was a victory lap.
That's fire. That's fire.
It was a victory lap. It was like, yo, we been through it. We here now. You know what I'm saying? We've escalated. We've elevated. You know what I mean? We're on the next level now. You know what I mean?
All of them joints is fire, man. It was a dope project. I'm just happy I was a part of it. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy to see all the love you getting, man. Everything you deserve. Like I said, man, you've been on the journey for a long time. Shout out to Kuraski, shout out to Ed, shout out to everybody that was along for the journey, man. Alien Gang, everybody, man. The YA was everybody, man. Cause it's been, yeah. I don't want to get too crazy because this ain't a me and you conversation. This is an interview.
Yeah, facts.
But what you got coming up? What can people expect? I appreciate that, Rap God. Now you snapped on that hook, boy. You made the hook act like you actually in 2 seconds. It sounds so easy, but it's dope. I was trying to say, he made it just sound so easy, like.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The swag was crazy on that, Rap God. I ain't gonna lie. The man ain't it? To the campaign it? To the church ain't it? It's some fair greatness.
Yeah,
man. But yeah. So what can people expect from City coming up, show wise, music wise, and all of that good stuff, man?
Well, you know, of course, like I said, media run. Any media, feel free to reach out. You know what I'm saying? Everything's in my bio to book me or whatever. But we got the media run that's gonna be going course. So of course it's gonna be more freestyles, stuff like that. Like I said, me and the guys, we got some stuff coming that I'm not gonna dive too deep into yet. You know what I mean? But that's something to look out for. You know, me and Nels, we have a project coming. Me and my brother Rain, shout out to my brother Rain. Now Armani Rain, but the other Rain that we had the Guillotine album. Now we're gonna start working on our follow up to that. You know what I'm saying?
Go check that out, Guillotine. That's crazy too. Shout out to Rain.
Yeah. So we it's a lot of work that's coming. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's some other events that, you know, nothing's locked in key yet. So I don't want to, I don't want to mention that just yet. But definitely, you know, I'm definitely going to step outside and get some shows. And of course, you know what I mean? Y'all will see me this year. I'm going to be outside. You're going to see a lot of me this year, man. You're going to do a lot this year.
I'm not because Armani Rain put in the chat, changing my name.
Nah, but yeah, definitely. There's gonna be a lot of visuals are gonna be on the way as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Shout out to Big Veg, man.
Shout out to Big Veg.
Shout out to Big Veg. Always showing love. Shout out to you. Shout out to Say the Great. If you ain't got it, go cop that syllabus. Go hear it. Go download it. Go YouTube it. Stream it. Do whatever you gotta do, but don't miss out because there's nothing but pure bars and solid quality work in the building. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Go ahead, say talk your talk, man. Talk.
I was just saying you could just visit citythegreat.com for everything. And everything revolving around me. Just citythegreat.com. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, like I said, we got the CDs. We even for War Cry, we got the vinyl. You know what I'm saying? We got stuff for the people, man. You know what I mean? So be sure to stop by citythegreat.com. And like I said, you can get merch, everything, you know what I'm saying? All of that helps, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, to support, we're independent. You know what I mean? We don't have the machine. We don't have, you know what I mean, them dropping millions of dollars just to,
It's all
you know what I'm
footwork.
saying? So
It's all for
yeah,
the
this is
ground up.
all hard work and grind. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? All supporters appreciate it. And if you're looking for
Yeah.
features, anybody looking for features, like I said, everything's through the website, or you can find the contacts in my bio. You know what I mean?
You already know, man. CityTheGreat.com for everything City the Great. CityTheGreat.com. Shout out to Nails the Beats. Look out for that bars. Am I saying it right? Bars and beats? Or is it beats and
Beats and
bars?
bars. Check out, and that's another thing. Be
Beats and
sure to check
bars.
out beatsandbars.com. You can go to my bio for the link. You know what I mean? It's a network. It's not just the contest, but it's also a network
Okay.
for the culture, by the culture. You know what I mean? Where you can watch, you know, hip hop all day. You can, you know what I mean? Everything's there. You know what I mean? It's still building. You're gonna see more content there, but definitely be sure to stop by and support it. Support is free. You know what I'm saying?
You heard it here first. CityTheGreat.com for everything.
Hmm.
Bars and beats, beats and bars, whatever going on. You look at CityTheGreat.com. You know. Check out City Great on a serious note. I appreciate you, City. You already know what it is, man. Love you, bro.
Hmm.
Keep it going. Keep doing your thing. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Like you
Thank you.
said, still got more work to go through, but continue to write your own history, my brother. Shout out to everybody in the chat. City, salute to you. Salute to Miss City the Great. You already know she already in the building, always showing love. So shout out to her.
Hmm.
Shout out to Radio Raheem. Radio Fahim in the building. Again,
Radio
salute.
Fahim.
Yeah, sure,
My
sure.
gosh.
Go check out Radio Fahim because good dude. He showed love without being asked. He just showed genuine support because he likes solid music. So go check out Radio Fahim. Again, say the great. Salute to you. You have a great night. Again, continue to write your own history.
Thank you,
Appreciate
brother.
you, brother.
You're ready.
Yes, sir. You already know, man. CityTheGreat.com. Go check out City the Great. Check out the syllabus. I appreciate everybody in the building. It's your boy, it's only right. Write Your Own History TV. You see the merch. Write Your Own History. You already know what it is, man. We outside. Tap in with me every Monday, 9 p.m. Usually, I'm on my Right Your Own History TV channel, but for some reason, they got me banned. So we're going to be going live from here. Check out the YouTube video will be uploaded this week. I will have a link on my Facebook page and on my IG link. Shout out to everybody, the whole Indian gang, Amani, Rap God, Babs for Love. Shout out to Jazz. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody. Mark Payne, I appreciate it. We came back with a dope show for the top of the 2-6. And we're gonna keep it moving every Monday. Tap in with your boy. It's only right. You know my motto, man. Write your own history, or so we'll write it for you. Impossible, only 10 letters. You can count them if you want to. It's only